Okay, the second question we're going to review has to do with find the coordinates of a midpoint given a line segment with specific coordinates. So for instance, if I had a line segment that started, let's say, let's just draw a line segment real quick here. Say I had a line segment, and let's say this was at -8 and this was at 10. So these are the coordinates of the endpoints of that line segment. And I asked you to find the coordinate of the midpoint. So let's call this line segment AB. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is I want to find the total length of AB. Find this total length from -8 to 10. Alright? Well, let's see. If I go from -8 to 0, that's 8. And if I go from 0 to 10, that's 10. So that would make this whole distance 18. Right? From -8 to 0 is 8. From 0 to 10 is 10. So if I add those two lengths together, the total distance is 18. If I cut 18 in half, each of these has lengths of 9. Alright? So my question is, if I go from -8 and 9 units to the right, where does that put me? So I go -8 plus 9. Well, that should put me at the coordinate of 1. Right? So if I go -8 plus 9, it equals 1. Now I could go from the right side, 10, and if I subtract 9, 10 minus 9, well, guess what? That also gives me 1. In either case, the midpoint has a coordinate of 1. Let's try one more. Let's say I had another line segment, and this line segment we'll call XY. Okay? So in this case, let's say that X was 7 and Y was, I don't know, let's try 25. Okay? So what is the total distance between 25 and 7? Gee, what would you have to do to find that? Well, I could 25 minus 7. If I went 25 minus 7, that's going to give me, I think what, 18? If I'm not mistaken. Yes, that gives me 18. Oh, guess what? So the total distance again is 18, half of which is 9. So I have this half of the segment is 9, this half has length 9. If I go 7 plus 9, well, gee, that midpoint right there is going to be what? Well, I'm hoping you're going to tell me it's 16. Right? Gee, and if I went 25 minus 9, guess what? That's also going to give me 16. So we see here that the midpoint has a coordinate of 16. That is exactly how you find the midpoint of a line segment. You find the actual coordinates of the two endpoints, you find out the total distance, cut the distance in half, and either add that half a distance from the endpoint on the left side or subtract that distance from the coordinate of the endpoint on the right side. Either way will give you the coordinate of the midpoint. And we're through.